Hey everybody, we're back with more Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. And joining me once again is our good buddy ChanceEm.
Hey,
Alright, let's get right into it. Almost 43 hours, you know, it feels like longer.
it does feel like longer, but I feel it's probably because of we only do this once a week.
Probably. Yeah, I forgot how striking the visual design here was.
It's nice, though. I like it.
Like, it's not even just the red, it's like the floors, the way the floors are designed with the reflections.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really good,
It's
like,
an environment.
especially the reflection of the character,
Mm-hmm.
which doesn't break the illusion.
I do very much appreciate that, like, when they actually remember to include the reflection of the character, too.
Hmm.
This is the forgotten temple that I found while checking out the network. There's a crapload of Magatsuhi stored here. But it's being closely guarded by 3 demons.
Now, let me guess, you want me to deal with them for you?
It's like, you gotta take an adventure, man. It's like, I'm not the protagonist here. Can you go and beat them? It makes it easier on me.
Hmm. You know, this is a dungeon style we haven't actually seen, I think, yet in this game. The SMT does like to do quite a few times. Does like to do quite often.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking that. I was like, huh. Kind of got, like, inverse building, but also you have the separate paths.
Yeah, the separate paths in particular is what I'm thinking of. The separate mini dungeons that have to be conquered, each with a boss at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, ends up making me think of the Snow Queen quest in Persona 1.
I still need to finish Persona 1.
Yeah, and then you'll have to finish it again with the Snow Queen quest. I'm not overly fond of Persona 1, but the Snow Queen idea is one of my favourite ideas about it. Once you go back to the school, if you leave the school, that's it, you're on the main Sebek quest. But if you stay and explore, and do certain things, which you'll end up doing if you're exploring the whole school at that point, by the time you come back to the place where you leave the school, your friends will have left without you, and that leads you into the Snow Queen quest.
I love how it's just like, oh, you know, this is the perfect place for me to go summon my god. It's like, oh, well, you see,
Fuck yeah,
we're
God.
kind of here to punch God.
Yeah, it's playing the Amala Network battle theme now.
I mean, makes sense. We're kind of in the Amala network.
Have we fought spawners before? Yeah. I can't remember.
I don't think we have.
I know we fought the minions.
Yeah, I don't think we fought these yet.
Oh, that was fortunate.
Yeah, that could have been really bad.
Hmm.
Oh, I just realized I need to do something real quick, possibly.
Later SMT game basically giving you the rundown of what everything is weak to as you discover it from then on. Really does kind of spoil you.
It really does. Like, on one hand, it's like, oh, this is kind of like a quality of life thing. Like, but on the other hand, it makes it really hard to go back to the older games.
Well, even Strange Journey gives you those details. As soon as they're discovered, they'll be there for you to check whenever you want. Part of the whole demon analysis thing that game has going for it. Guess there's only one way to go. Oh, I thought it was a shadow. I didn't realize it was actually a hole.
Yeah, sitting there like, oh, that's interesting. There's a hole right in the middle.
I thought it was the shadow of this thing.
I can understand why.
That's going to be the final pyramid to explore. You can feel it. The virtues.
I think I saw that there was a new trailer for SMT5 this week.
I
haven't watched it myself. Yeah, I'm trying not to spoil too much about SMT5 because I feel like if I read too much into it, it's going to spoil any hype going into the game itself because I already know what to expect.
Yeah, story trailer is what it was listed as. You know what? I'm good.
It's like, yeah, no, I don't need to be spoiled on anything. Like, I feel like, in a sense, story trailers can both be good and bad. Good in the sense of it gives you an idea of what the hell is actually going on. But bad in the sense that it can tell you too much of what is going on. So by the time you actually play the game, it can actually damper your, damper? One of those words.
Put a damper on you.
Yes, thank you. But yeah, that in regards of your expectations of the game, so I feel like it kind of dulls the experience, and you're more likely to come out of it given the game a lower rating because you already know what you're expecting going into it.
Yeah. It ties in with a big part of the reason why I've never really gotten into BioShock, because the twist of it was spoiled for me before I could play it. And so at that point I was like, okay, I'll try and play it, and I just didn't have interest.
I was very lucky in that regard because I played it while I still worked at a game store, and all of my coworkers had played BioShock, and they all kept telling me to play BioShock, and I have no idea how none of them managed to spoil it for me. Because I ended up borrowing one of their copies to play the game. And I'm just like, how? Like, by the time I played it, BioShock 2 was out. Had just come out. So I was just like, how did none of y'all spoil this for me?
Well, I didn't get a PS3 until 2011.
I actually played BioShock on the Xbox 360. I had an Xbox 360 before I got a PS3.
I didn't get an Xbox 360 until probably like 2015.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason I got a 360 and a PS3 in the first place was because I worked at a game store. Well, y'all are interesting demons.
Yeah, this isn't something you see often. Like, even in the later games, like, this is not a recurring demon design.
Oh, they don't like fire. Or they... Okay, never mind. I saw you use heat waves, so my brain was just like, oh, fire bad.
No, heat wave's physical.
And then you use... Yeah, and then you use Miragion, and I was just like, oh, fire good. I keep forgetting Heat Wave is a physical attack because of the title Heat in the beginning of it.
Are there any elemental physical attacks in this game?
I'm not sure. I forgot to grab the guide off my shelf before I sat down.
I should check what magic's armor on you.
Let me go grab that.
I don't remember. Would you stop missing?
For a second, I thought I misheard. For a second, I misheard you, and I thought you said stop mixing, and my brain was like, "This isn't a fighting game. What are you talking about?"
Damn you and your neutrals. I cannot remember what Titan is weak to. So I'm just gonna punch him in the face.
I think punching in the face is always a good option if you don't know what else to do.
There we go. Oh, I do love counter.
Speaking of fighting games, though, I just remembered, I'm still missing the very first Persona 4 Arena.
If you get Ultimax, you can get the entire story of Arena as DLC.
Oh. Interesting. I already have Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, if I'm not mistaken. I have to double check my PS3 collection.
There's also a rumor I saw today or yesterday that Ultimax is gonna get a remaster. Which, if it does, presumably it would include the story from the first game with it. It's actually really frustrating because Arena is backwards compatible on Xbox, but Ultimax isn't.
Is kind of strange.
Yeah. It's frustrating, especially because Ultimax is the better game. More refined. This is something I'm going to have to do in one sitting.
Oh boy. Gotta love those warp dungeons.
Great. Never trust a Matama.
Looking it up, it seems like the Persona 4 Arena games have actually retained a little bit of value.
I think part of the problem, particularly with Arena 1, is the region locking. The only region locked game on PS3, and it is region locked still on Xbox.
That's... wow.
Yep. And then it took like an extra 9 months to come out in Europe.
Oof. I didn't even know there were any region-locked PS3 games, to be honest.
It's the only one. Developers and publishers had the option of making their games region locked on PS3, just nobody really did.
I guess in their sense, it's just kind of like if somebody from another region wants to buy our game, that's more money for us.
Persona 4 Arena was only region locked because the US and Japanese release dates were so close to each other, and it'd be cheaper in the US than it is in Japan. So they didn't want Japanese players importing it from the US because it had all the same content.
Strange. Like, yeah, that was this week. I had to think for a second. I'm like, was that this week? It's like, yeah, it was the beginning of this week. I finally got my order from Play Asia that I bought like 2 months ago at the beginning of this week. So I'm just sitting here like it's cheaper to import from the US than it is just to buy it in your country. What? That seems so bizarre to me. Because I know the main reason I bought what I bought from Play Asia is because, one, I was buying on Switch, and there's actually a coupon code you can use for Play Asia to get 5% off. And all the games I were buying were basically the same price or cheaper than their digital copies in the US. So I was just like, well, screw that, I'll get physical. I don't mind spending an extra, essentially $15 to have physical copies of 3 games.
And of course, the reason you're so reluctant to say what it is because it's Galgun in the Sakura series.
It is not Galgun. One of these days, I will buy Galgun just so I can be like, look, I've actually played more of NT Create's titles than just Gunvolt, but...
You know, there are other games they made that you could go for?
Well, see, you say that, and I'm already planning on buying the Blaster Master trilogy, Blaster Master Zero trilogy at the end of this month, so... I promise, I'm not going straight for
the exact thing I was thinking of.
Like, that's another one that I'm going to be importing that from Japan, because it's cheaper to import that one than it is to buy the US release physical copies.
I've got the first Blaster Master Zero, and it's an enjoyable enough game. I just don't think I'm really going to go for 2 or 3.
Like, in the US for the physical copies, they're 30 apiece, but Blaster Master 03 was limited. Like, they were all released by limited run games, but 1 and 2 had a deal between limited run games and Best Buy. So, like, you can still buy copies of them, but Blaster Master 03 seems to be only limited run games. And I missed the window for it. But even if I had bought it at that window, I could still buy the full trilogy collection, the multi-language Asia version, and get the collector's edition, like music and art book and all that, for like $1 cheaper than all the US copies. So, the thing that sucks about that, though, is it comes out on the same day as Neo Tui and Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I was like, why is everyone picking the same day at the end of July to release their games?
I always hate when that happens.
I did have a realization, though, yesterday, because I swung by GameStop just for the heck of it to see if maybe they had the Skyward Sword amiibo and Joy-Cons, and my local GameStop actually got 0 in shipment, even for people who pre-ordered.
Jeez.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, don't feel bad about not getting here sooner. It's like, we got 0 in shipment, even for our pre-orders. I was like, well, that sucks.
Yeah, thanks, Nintendo. Fucking Nintendo.
Which... You say that, and that reminds me of something I saw on Twitter this morning that made me laugh. Apparently on Nintendo's official website, under like a Q&A section, they have something mentioning, it's like, oh, if you want to play our older games, where can we go to, you know, buy older Nintendo games? And
the answer was to hell.
Because essentially it kind of was. Let me pull up the exact thing real quick so I can read it verbatim. Alright, let me see. Let's see.
Oh,
Here we go.
Fucking doors, god damn it.
It's like, if I want to play older Nintendo titles, where should I buy them from? Nintendo's website says, we have collected a list of sources you can use to help locate refurbished, older, or used Nintendo products. Store.nintendo.com, as we sell accessories, replacement parts, and a selection of authentic Nintendo refurbished products. For the US and Canadian residents only. Although, many parts and accessories for our older systems are no longer available. Or, you can go to online retailers, as many online retailers specialize in stocking older and used products. You can also go to pawn shops. Believe it or not, pawn shops are excellent places to find our older products. You can go to garage sales, flea markets, or classified ads, as you can often find great deals in games that can be difficult to find. You can also check online auction sites. Online auction sites are a good source of hard-to-find or discontinued products. Important, please note that products purchased through the secondhand market do not carry a Nintendo hardware or accessory warranty, so please purchase at your own risk.
So basically, fuck off and leave us alone.
Yeah. I found it though because somebody made a comment of, oh, I guess Nintendo is officially okay with playing their games without giving them any money, so go nuts and emulate to your heart's content.
That was like a fair way to receive that.
Like, yeah, like reading that, I'm like, Nintendo, you're basically just telling us, like, you're not getting money, so go play our games however way you can find them.
Mm. God damn it. Well, that was something.
Oof.
Yeah, guillotine's a nasty one.
Well, that's why we have prayer.
Yep. I should really remove Principality from my party.
I'm not so sure if Principality will be, good in this area.
Rajanaga had something, I think. No, Rajanaga is actually done. Let's see how Succubus will do. Got one more room there that I haven't actually checked out. Oh, there we go, finally in this room. The worst thing about Nintendo's whole policy with these things is they could do better. And they just choose not to.
It is a very valid point. They could do better, but they choose not to. I will say one thing because Skyward Sword HD came out. I'm kind of surprised by the pre-order poster that GameStop has.
What is it?
So at first I was really frustrated because I read about the pre-order poster and I'm like, well, that's on one hand, kind of lazy, because the pre-order poster is one of 3 posters that were originally released from Club Nintendo if you bought Skyward Sword on the Wii 10 years ago. And the posters that Club Nintendo released 10 years ago were like big movie-sized posters. And they were like the 32 by 40 or something like that. And the one GameStop has is an 11 by 17. And I was like, that's kind of lame. But I mean, most of the posters you get from GameStop are 11 by 17. However, the pre-order poster, because I actually stopped into GameStop to check it out, is actually like a metallic version, and it's actually embossed. I was like, wow, this is more effort you put into than... Like, there's more effort put into this poster than there was for the Zelda 25th anniversary poster you could get from GameStop.
More effort put into the poster than for the Zelda 35th anniversary.
Yeah.
How level is she?
It's like you're in your 50s, so what level is Titania? You see a catch cube. The catch is it's a battle.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed this cube earlier.
I feel like Earth Tone dungeons kind of blend together sometimes. It's one reason why I kind of appreciated the boxes in Digital Devil Saga being blue and purple.
Yeah.
Helped them to stand out.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Digital Devil Saga had a very repetitive colour scheme because almost the entire game was blue and grey.
Which, I mean, it has a valid reason for being very stagnant in its color. But it also is a thing of, like, if you aren't paying attention, it was very easy to get lost in certain areas because of it.
Well, you know me, always checking the map. There's a habit you get into if you spend a bunch of time with Silent Hill.
Meanwhile, for me, that's another thing. Like, newer games have the mini-map. And I've kind of just been like, meh. Why check the map? Because I'm so used to it being on the screen.
For me, it's not...
So when I have to actually push a button to pull it up, it's like, meh.
For me, it's not so much that there's a mini-map. It's that the mini-map often just has objective markers. Because if a minimap doesn't have objective markers, I'll usually still pull up the big map. Discard that. Okay, apparently Succubus is just hoarding Megiddo hooks.
It's like you want to share some extra of that almighty with me? Oh yeah, that was another thing I saw this last week. The Persona 25th anniversary.
The interesting thing I saw about that was the artwork that was used to advertise it covered all 7 games.
Yes. That was something that really surprised me because you actually got to see artwork of Maya.
6
and
games.
you also got to see artwork of the female MC from Persona 3 Portable.
I love FemC.
And those are 2 characters that are normally left out of the Persona artworks.
It's a fair point, because even when they do actually represent Persona 2, they usually just go for Tetsuya.
And for Persona 3, even though Portable is like a big one too, they normally just leave it to, the PlayStation 2 main character, the male MC. I forget which name he goes by.
I think Canon's Minako now.
I think
Makoto?
Minato? Makoto, that's what it is. Makoto, because Makoto Yuki, because that was his name in the movie.
Yeah. I don't know, if I'm thinking of like, the actual canon name, for me it's still Minato Arisato.
Yeah, same here. Like, that's what I usually relate with Persona 3 as well.
I do need to get around to doing Persona 3. Actually,
My roommate's actually been playing through Persona 3 recently.
good stuff, but you know, don't have all the time in the world anymore, so I'm not gonna do it with fucking bullshit AI party members. Oh. The fun part about that is when I was doing the stream for it, I think it was last year, I didn't even get to Mitsuru being playable.
No, you
Mitsuru is
didn't.
what I always complain about.
You complain about Mitsuru?
I complain about Mitsuru constantly casting Marion Karen.
Oh. For a second I was like...
Not character-wise, God no, not character-wise.
I was like, normally I see everyone love her character, and then I was like, oh yeah, Marion fucking Karen.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Oh. Nobody likes Valkyrie, I guess.
There we go. But no, I mean, character-wise, like, most of Persona 3's cast is decent. I think they get a lot of flack over 4 and 5's characters, but I think that's largely down to most of the party not being social links. Which is where FemC really gets a leg up.
Even if you get to date a 10-year-old?
Even if you get to date the 10-year-old, yeah. Plus, playing as FemC lets you say no to relationships.
Oh, that's actually nice.
Yeah. Especially since Persona 3 Portable doesn't have the possibility of breaking or reversing social links.
Oh, I didn't know Persona 3 Portable did that.
Yeah. So even if you have multiple relationships, which you kind of end forced into with the male character, like, you don't lose any of the social links.
That's pretty nice. Because I remember there was the one nerdy girl in Persona 3 who makes the cameo in Persona 4. Chihiro?
Yeah,
What's
it's
her name?
Chihiro.
I remember like ending up in a broken social link with her because of that.
Yeah, ultimately, I think it's the biggest improvement Persona 4 has that isn't really acknowledged. That you can choose to just be friends.
All the things I hear about Persona 3 Portable just makes me feel like it deserves to get a remaster of some type. Like, I feel there's a lot of PlayStation Portable games that have been kind of left to the wayside as time goes on, especially now that the if it didn't happen at the beginning of this month, it's happening in like a week that the PlayStation Portable shop is closing.
And the Vita's basically dead.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue Persona 3 Portable is arguably the best version of Persona 3 to play. It's so much more playable than FES. It's unfortunate the things you lose to get that, but ultimately it is more playable. And it's still the entirety of Persona 3 on the go.
Because I regret it now. I was a dumb, like, fresh in college kind of teenager. I can say that because I started college when I was 17. Around the time that Persona 3 Portable came out. And it was one of those things of when I first started playing it, I was like, ooh, I don't like the changes that happened here. And I ended up trading it back in, like switching it out. And looking back on it, I regret that. Like, I feel there's some things that when you're younger, trying to play through games and stuff, you're like, oh, I don't have the patience for this. This isn't, you know, this enough. But as you get older, you kind of appreciate certain things.
When I first played Spider-Man Web of Shadows on PS3, I ended up trading it in pretty quickly because the voice actor for Peter Parker sounded great.
Are you ready?
That reminds me of one of the Atelier. I think it was Atelier Totally. I tried playing in English, and the voicing for it really frustrated me, and I ended up switching it over to Japanese just so I could be like, nope, I can't do this. It wasn't so much the main character Totally, it was some of the side characters, and I was just like, no thanks.
Are you ready?
But of course, when you're going into a game blind, you're like, I have no idea when these characters are popping up.
I've gotten kind of tired of Japanese voice acting in games now. So you got stuff like Strange Journey Redux, which only has Japanese voice acting, and so I just turned the voice acting off. It's like I can read faster than they're saying it, and I don't know what they're actually saying to begin with.
Fair point. I have recently been watching someone go through the undubbed version of Tales of the Abyss, which anyone who's watching or whatever that doesn't know what undub is, it's the English localization of Tales of the Abyss, but with the Japanese audio track placed over it instead of the English track. The main reason it was made is because the skits were never voiced in English.
It's weird to me how many games with actual decent dubs have been given undubbed versions. Like Persona 3 and 4 both have undubbed versions. It's like they've got really good dubs.
Yeah, they do have good dubs.
It's like, okay, I get Vic Mignogna's a problem, but he's not that much of a problem that you need to ignore everybody else.
And this is the point where I say, sadly, that is the only person who has signed my copy of Persona 3 so far. Because a lot of the other characters, it's like, yeah, have fun waiting in line for 6 hours to even get close to them.
This is gonna take a while. Yeah, undubs, like, if it's a bad dub, sure. But a lot of the dubs that you find for these that have undubs on them aren't.
Something that did really interest me about Tales of the Abyss undub that I heard recently is there's a few scenes in that game that do frustrate me because I'm like, the audio sounds off in these areas. And listening to it in Japanese, I can say that even if I don't know what they're saying, I can tell that the tone is a lot better than what it is in English, if that makes sense.
Are you ready?
Because, like, the English version has, like, tone fluctuation in certain scenes for some reason.
I actually did try the undubbed version of Tales of the Abyss to see if that would get past the crashing issue we were having back when I was trying it. Didn't.
Yeah,
That was unfortunate.
I was trying to think of if there was any way that, any way to find some method to help get you past the crashing for Tales of the Abyss, but I couldn't think of anything.
I'll end up having to play it on 3DS at some point.
Could always do the could always do the old school streaming that Meg does for Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2.
No, that is not for me. Like, I'll respect Megumi for going down that route and sticking to it. That is not for me.
Are you ready?
Truthfully, going through 358 over 2 again, it's reminded me like how frustrating the controls are for that game.
That's the
At
problem with the
times.
DS game.
It's like you can only block in that game if you're not moving. Otherwise, if you're moving, you'll just do a dodge roll. And it's like, no, I'm trying to block, not dodge roll, because even if I dodge roll, I could still get hit.
Ugh. It's been a long time since I've done 358 with 2 days.
Yeah, it's also been a long time for me as well.
Yeah, I mean, no hurry to play it, but I'm not really in a hurry to do any of Kingdom Hearts, to be honest. There we go, finally.
Oh, yes.
God damn it, I went the wrong route.
Ah, dang.
That other path has a treasure chest.
Ah. But speaking of Kingdom Hearts, I actually finally got the 2 Kingdom Hearts games I was missing this week.
Memory of Melody and Recoded.
You had that backwards, but yes.
You
Melody of
You mean I
Memory.
had that right?
You said Memory of Melody.
It doesn't matter.
Or Melody of... Yeah, it's the same abbreviation.
285 over 3 days, it doesn't. Thanks for the lurk, Titanium. Hope you're doing okay, buddy. But no, it doesn't really matter.
But, I was actually kind of surprised. I ended up with some absurd amount of luck at the beginning of this last week.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting a coupon for 30% off my entire video game purchase from a specific store. And I was just like, what? And on top of that, it worked for games that were on sale, too.
Nice.
And I found a bunch of games on sale. And it said it didn't work on new releases, but yet, even still, I managed to get Scarlet Nexus for $30 because of it. And that's only one of the games in the bundle I ended up getting. I ended up getting Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories for like $15. I got Xenoblade Chronicle Definitive Edition for $30. I got the physical copies of Crypt of the Necrodancer. Not the Zelda version, the original version.
No, not the version
And
with the
I got
stupidly long title.
You're not wrong. It is a stupidly long title. I got a physical copy of Stardew Valley because I was like, heck, if I can get it for $15, then sure.
Good deal, I'd go for it for 15.
I mean, that's like the same price I got Crypt of the Necrodancer for because of the sale and coupon too. I rebought Zone of the Enders for PS3.
Ooh.
I had the collector's edition of Zone of the Enders back in the day, but I ended up selling it off due to some hardships a few years ago.
Yeah.
So I was able to pick that back up for like $10.
Motherfucker.
So that's fun. I basically just bought a lot of video games this week. But at the same time, it made me realize like how many games are coming out in like the next couple months.
You know, the only thing I actually have any interest in is SMT5.
Mm-hmm.
Like Metroid Dread, even as a Metroid fan, you know, I feel I can wait.
Truthfully, out of all of Nintendo's games, I feel like the Metroid games are easier to find as long as you find them within a couple years of release. Ooh. There's no save. No cylinder.
It's not that there's no save, it's that I'm low on MP.
That's a problem. Now, like some of the games I'm interested in, You have Neo Tui, Great Ace Attorney Chronicles coming out the end of this month. Oh, hello, dude. I feel like this guy might be in the wrong game. He's talking about all you can eat. It's like, you sure you're supposed to be in this SMP title? Oh, hello.
This could be irritating.
Possibly.
Alright, how bad are we gonna do?
But as I was saying, we have Neo Tui and Great Ace Attorney Chronicles coming out at the end of this month. Also, just for my own sake, because like we just had Skyward Sword HD come out, we have an indie. I think it's an indie title. It's been on my radar for a while, but Chris Tales.
Yeah.
That comes out actually this week. We also have the Blaster Master Zero trilogy I was talking about earlier. That's just in this month alone. Next month we have No More Heroes 3 actually. And then in September we have Tales of Arise. Which, truthfully, even though I'm a Tales fan, I'm a little iffy on Arise. There's some stuff that I'm like, I'm not sure about it. And then, of course, so far at the moment, it seems like October is safe for me. And then we have Shin Megami Tensei 5 in November, and I'm just like, oh boy. The kingdom of all you can eat.
All you can eat. How you doing, ChanceEm? Shocking.
Speaking of shocking, did you see the Nickelodeon All-Star Battle that was announced?
Oh, you mean Nick Smash?
Yes, Nick Smash.
I'm doing okay, ChanceEm. Yeah, I'm doing okay.
And I'm doing okay too.
I heard about it, I've not looked into it. All I can really say about it is I hope it's not as lackluster as the Nickelodeon kart racing has been.
I'm not like a huge Nintendo... I was about to say I'm not a huge Nintendo fan.
Oh, then you're in good company.
I'm not a huge Nickelodeon fan, mainly because I didn't grow up with cable. If I wanted to watch something, I had to go over to like a neighbor's place or a friend's place to see it. Most of my knowledge of Nickelodeon is like through internet osmosis, so to speak. So I see Nickelodeon, I'm just like, cool. You know, kind of have a generally like neutral, leaning towards positive reaction, but not like overly hyped reaction for Nickelodeon stuff. But from what I've been seeing from it, apparently it has some stuff to it that Smash does not have.
Like a competent online system?
I don't know about that yet.
If you didn't expect me to go there, then you were honestly a fool.
No, I knew you were gonna go.
But hey, yeah, no, Smash Ultimate, the best Smash game. Shame you can't play it online. It's fucking garbage.
And that's one reason why I have not bought Smash yet.
ridiculous. The fan-made mod for Melee that adds online has a better online system than Ultimate does.
I didn't even know there was a fan-made mod for Melee.
The only reason I knew about
For
it is
online.
because last year's EVO, Nintendo shut the whole thing down because they were going to use this mod that allowed online for Melee so they could do it with social distancing.
Oh, damn.
Nintendo gonna Nintendo.
Nintendo, more so, Nintendo don't want you to play their games.
Speaking of, you want to play Nintendo GameCube games on your Wii or Wii U? Look into Nintendo.
Speaking of GameCube, that actually reminds me of something I saw this morning. I need to pull it up because it made me laugh when I read it.
Last tornado. There we go. And I still don't have anybody with ice. Yeah, Nintendo came down hard on it, which is typical Nintendo.
There's a Twitter account called Mario Broth Blog
Oh, Super Mario
that shares
Bros.
a lot of like.
Super Mario Bros. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Sorry, like my audio got like super quiet for a second, so I was like, wasn't sure if everything was okay.
I'll be honest
Yes,
with you,
we're-
Titanium, I don't know what these are.
Oh no.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do now.
What? Why are they back?
Yeah, because this really just leaves me one thing to do.
It's like, well, if you're gonna bring them back, I guess we gotta kill you first.
Yep. Look,
But
you
yeah,
on the horse
the-
you rode in on.
But yeah, the Mario Broth blog. They made a tweet this morning talking about how the way that human DNA is encoded, it would fit perfectly onto a Nintendo GameCube disc. They're pulling it back up.
I think that's 1.4 gig.
Let me pulling it up real quick. A single GameCube game takes up 1,459,978,240 bytes of space. So, like 1.46-ish gigs. Fitting rather neatly into the available space of the human genome, in which it would fill up 97.33% of the available space. Thus, using a hypothetical technology that could freely edit DNA, it would be possible to store a copy of Super Mario Sunshine inside the human genome.
If I was going to pick one GameCube game, it would definitely not be Sunshine.
If you had to pick a GameCube game, what game would you pick?
You know, Rogue Squadron 2 feels like a good bet at the minute. Oh, you motherfuckers.
Oh no! Well, these guys are annoying.
I have to kill them all simultaneously.
Or at least kill 3 of them on their own, and then 1 and the big one together.
Yeah.
Poof. And there's not a save before you really take this on, so it's not like you can just back out. This is painful.
There. Fucking do this.
Aren't you glad that I made you come in here and fight these things for me?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you first.
You sure? Because it looks like you're fighting these guys right now.
Yeah, of everybody I'm gonna kill you first.
I mean,
I'm
technically
gonna eat your
speaking,
fucking brain.
gonna make it an all-you-can-eat buffet. But technically speaking, I told you to go fight them, and you didn't say no.
You know, I was actually really tempted to just go back into the Amala Labyrinth and redo the second Kalpa today.
That would have been funny. I was just like, go fight these guys for me. No, goes back to the second Kalpa. I kind of did that when playing Breath of the Wild last night. Like, I found Impa, and she's like, are you willing to risk your life for me to tell you this information? I was like, no. And then I ran halfway across the map to somewhere else. It's like, ma'am, I just woke up from a 100-year nap. I don't know what the hell is going on.
All I know is I'm hungry and I want some eggs.
It's funny you say that, because I was throwing bombs at chickens specifically to get eggs last night.
That sounds horrifying.
Apparently, if you throw a bomb at a cuckoo 3 times, they will lay an egg. If you throw a bomb at them 4 times, they will summon a giant horde and they will murder you.
There we go, some of the good stuff.
Ooh, nice damage too.
There's something really satisfying about, oh, an enemy's done an attack, and then I just immediately counter. I don't know what it is, but like, there's just something really satisfying about it. It's like, yeah, no, big brutal attack, brah, and then just immediately punch in the face. Fantastic.
It's like, oh, it's like, oh, you see, your first problem is you got close to me. Second problem is now I can punch you.
There we go.
Nice.
Bitch.
Dodged it. Nice.
Fucking love turn-based RPG.
There's definitely something nice about turn-based RPGs. I feel like a lot of stuff nowadays is trying to lean too much towards action RPG.
Yeah, the real-time system, which can have its place and can be exhilarating in its own right, but there's a lot less room for the detailed kind of strategy you get with this.
Mm-hmm.
Keep punching it till you die.
What about the yellow one there, though?
Leaving him alive for a minute.
Ah, okay. Because I know we had the same thought of, like, gotta kill them both at the same time.
I want to test whether or not one of them can revive the big guy on its own.
Oh, okay. Because worst case scenario, if one can revive the big guy, it's not like the big guy is going to revive all of them if there's still one on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Try to kill them at the same time could be a case of overthinking it again.
That's fair. I guess that answers that.
Alright. Bingo.
I believe in ya. Alright, the yellow one is low. It's gotta get the white one to be low. Yeah, considering the yellow one's low, I'm kind of worried that... Ooh, nice crit. I'm kind of worried that, like, a counter on it would kill it.
Yeah.
Alright.
There it is.
With bosses that can have phases like this, I really hope you get really hope you get extra experience each time this guy revives.
With regular enemies summoning more enemies to the field, that is true. With this, I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's the thing of I don't know, because this is a tactic that's normally not a part of a boss fight.
That could be part of the trick there. Didn't instantly revive it because that was his last turn.
Hmm.
And we're not close enough to killing it, unfortunately.
I do have to give localization this. The fact that they found so many words to rhyme here.
We're left with the current issue of big guys close to death, and I don't want to revive them again. Not a huge deal if they do, but I'd rather they don't.
It's very fair, because at this time he's been revived like, what, 4 times?
3.
3 times. The black one is low. Well, at least you got a heal on that.
Yeah, I think that they've figured out by now that Valkyrie absorbs fire. Alright, let's see how we're gonna play this.
Painfully, apparently.
We'll focus on yellow, and if we get close to killing it, but it's close to the end of the turn, we'll leave it for the rest of the turn. Damn it! Same idea still applies.
That was so close.
Damn it.
Wow, really? It was just one. They both were one hit away. This is a frustrating fight. Like, I'm frustrated on your behalf. getting flashbacks to the one fight in Digital Devil Saga. They're just like, why? Why do I need to take all of them out at once?
Really is a good thing we have Daisoju. Flashback I'm getting though at the minute is to a Persona 5 box. Which would be a spoiler.
Rip.
Honestly, oh fuck that box. Of course, this is only made better by me having Daisoju to keep us going.
Like, Daisoju really is one of the best, like, party members you've had.
Mm-hmm. It's the meditation plus prayer. Either one of them on their own would be fantastic. Both of them makes Daisoju invaluable, and he's never going to be leaving apart. Plus, combine that with the decent stat spread, plus his weaknesses and his lack of weaknesses, his notifications, his absorbs, and his resists. I've done a prayer, but I gotta remember to do meditation next turn. Okay, there we go, and that done, we can do Zanma. Awesome. Focusing on them left to right. Regularly applying Heat Wave to hit everybody is not a bad idea. This is a risky play.
This is full crap.
Fucking dodged it. And I don't have enough MP for my Zanma. Those two things combined. Fuck.
And I was like, that's really the only best play you can go for here, is just to heal everyone. See what happens. Oof.
We're gonna make the player what it's make last time.
Oh my god. That had me nervous at the end.
The real issue was during that final turn that I was stunned.
Mm-hmm. You deserved to level up after that. I would have been kind of frustrated if you didn't.
Want that?
We don't retreat.
Need my
Who
dear.
does this game think it is?
That was 2 level ups.
Damn. I realized that, like, because you had 2 attacks that you possibly could have learned. It's like, wait a second.
Pyramid.
Well, after that, I would definitely say go save, because fuck that.
You can hear Chance's voice. Sound like a bitch.
That was quick. You already beat 1?
Yep, it's because I'm not a bitch. And I've been sat on my ass doing nothing while everybody else does things around me.
So, this is the power of the so-called demi-fiend. Pretty impressive.
But I am impressive. And like you bitch. Alright. It's done. You know, with this teleport out, it really feels like a Zelda thing. So half expecting
really
the crystal
does.
to form around me and just let us out.
Yeah, after that, it's like, no, we're gonna save, because fuck doing that fight again.
After that, we're gonna head to the big terminal and heal and save. Do the save, we go back to get a full heal, and then we come back here and save again. Why the fuck was that save point D? That's the first small terminal we've run across in this area.
I have, like, some minor concerns. It's like, hey, Fount Lady, we kind of need some help.
I got the money. Oh, it reminds me, I need to switch my armor.
You do. Because you finished up that one in that fight.
Yep. New one we got, repels electric, but weak to force. Ooh, Bolt Storm. Fortunate thing is, that's not gonna give us anything anytime soon. But this will soon.
Hmm.
And 40 strength, you know, it's not fat. But the weaknesses leave a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, plus 10 to strength and vitality, fantastic. Resist physical, fantastic. Weak to force, expel, and death, no. I'm gonna dread using that.
Anything that's just like makes you weak to death and expel, I'm just like, I'm not so sure about that. Mudo is already a problem in and of itself. Like, I don't need to give it any extra help.
Honestly, I don't trust weak or resist to those. Since they're chance-based anyway.
But they're me-based?
Yep. It's all or nothing. Either nullify them completely or just don't use it. Nope. Weird to be more than one person following the way of Masubi. Soma droplet, fuck no.
Well, this bird's apparently nice. He's just like, oh, I guess I was a fool to believe in you. Cheerio.
Yeah, they're weak ass shit. Fucking Soma drop. Like, what would he have given me in return? Like 20 marker?
Meanwhile, Bird just flies off somewhere and goes, look at this cool, like, deal I just got from this, like, complete idiot. Well, he had to pay 20 Maka for a Soma drop. It's like, How do we get into this pyramid?
Maybe the door's not on the front?
Maybe it's not.
I hate when birds aren't weak to electricity. I need to reevaluate the party. We're in the unfortunate point right now where keeping these demons with us gains us nothing. Let's throw Pazuzu in there, but I'm gonna keep Valkyrie. Strength. There's that strength I was talking about.
And this is why we make sure the Demi-Fiend is a punchy boy.
Oh yeah. Magic balance, like magic really peaks too early in this game. Which honestly, not even something I'm gonna complain about.
Oh, this area is blue. The last one was like kind of yellowish brown.
Yep. Fucking Loki.
Oh, hi there, Loki. I'm glad he had enough time to take away from, you know, shooting movies and TV shows to come be in our game.
That's a fair point to remember.
If you talk to Loki, he flees.
No, the tyrant race.
Light ball. At least you still have some. Could have been bad if you didn't.
I don't remember what Pazuzu's weak to when we got one in the party. I could talk to them and just have them go away because we got Pazuzu in our party, but like, that's missing experience though.
It's like, sorry, Pazuzu, we gotta murder your friends.
Say I'm sorry. Loki is usually ice-based. Oh.
That makes sense, he's like a frost giant.
You know, I kind of prefer this design of Loki to what the series started doing later.
Hmm.
Because it is actually kind of rare to see them change demon designs this late into the series.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we mentioned Angel's design changed a bit, but for the most part it was still the same. They just changed the outfit. But Loki's design is very different.
Actually gonna look up, because I can't remember what Loki looks like nowadays. I'm gonna look him up real quick.
I think it started with Persona 3.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a way up. No, there's a way down. Proceed. You know, if you were going to join us, I'd consider it, but I don't care what you've got to say. Yep, not as dangerous as I was expecting.
Hmm.
The door. This is going to take a while. Almost a new Kagetsuchi.
Our light ball's gonna go away.
Yep. You know, kind of not fond of the idea of that being tied to the Kagetsuchi phases rather than being a time thing.
In a way, though, isn't it still kind of a timed thing because it is tied to the Kagetsuchi?
Yeah, but you know what I mean, like a set time rather than a specific event changing it.
Mm-hmm.
I need more people with lightning in the party. I need to get somebody who has fucking ice attacks. God damn, why am I still here with people with no ice attacks?
So looking up more info on Loki, apparently he was originally a deity class, but he was changed to a tyrant in Shin Megami Tensei 2.
SMT2s are cool. Nice if Atlas released it in the West at some point, so you know more people could appreciate it. Like the first two were really cool games, and like if they did a remake, not a 3D remake like Final Fantasy 1 and 2 on the Game Boy Advance kind of remake,
Mm-hmm.
and made it available in the West, like those two could go down really well. Especially if you bundled them together. Look, Square's over there doing Romancing Saga. Fucking collection of Saga.
Yeah. So, Loki has a few different appearances.
If SMT4 has a different appearance from him, that's not going to count.
No, based on the wiki. Oh wow, I'm actually kind of surprised by something. Oh wait, no, I'm getting mixed up. Every time I see DDS, especially in context of like SMT, I always think they're referring to Digital Devil Saga, forgetting that like early SMT is
Digital
also
Devil
abbreviated
Story.
as DDS. Yes. Because he apparently appeared. Go ahead.
I think Loki was a major character indeed.
Yeah, there's an artwork of him on the wiki in the Digital Devil Story novel. And then there's an artwork of him in SMT1. Then he has a different design for Devil Summoner. In which he has more of like a yellow-green hair. And he has red eyes and a white cloak. Which, I mean, the white cloak is the same between SMT and Devil Summoner. And then in Soul Hackers, he has like a completely changed design.
Oh, Soul Hackers. That game was on a console, I would have played it by now. Nope. They released the 3DS version in English.
It also shows a design for him in Persona 5. And he has a very chibi anime style for demi-kids.
Demi-kids. I am probably never sit down with that.
Like, the design he has in demi-kids looks more like he's coming out of Disgaea.
Oh, shocked. Get him. There we go.
I'm not sure if this will link properly, but I will try and throw it in chat to show off what he looks like in demi-kids. Because I see it, and I'm just like, wow, Loki straight up looks like he's supposed to be in Disgaea with this design.
Yeah, I should probably do Kyaku Megami Tensei at some point. The Super Famicom remake of DDS 1 and 2. Yeah, you know, I can see that for this game. Also, it's kind of like a redesign of Kid Dracula. It's kind of a neat game. That fight felt like it took forever.
Well, at least somebody leveled up.
Yep. Zuzu, the dude, we need to, well, do we want leveling up so we can learn new stuff? You know, even if we didn't have light balls, I think we actually have somebody in the party at the minute with lights on.
Hmm.
Nope, I was wrong.
Shame.
Yeah, I'd rather not waste the skill slot on that. Not like light balls are expensive. Ooh, save point. And this is A. So we're expected to do this area first.
Oh, if we're supposed to do this one first, then why did they have the other one, like, right in front of us?
Who can truly comprehend Nocturne's mysteries? For example, what is the point of the encounter warning on the compass? When you can take a single step and go straight into another encounter.
You know, that's actually a pretty valid point.
The points I make are valid ones. That's why I am the main character. Also punch it. Face punch it. It's like, hey, here's a demon just made of faces. Awesome. Face punch. Alright. Are any SMT games you want to play in particular, ChanceEm, that you've not played?
Any SMT games in particular? I really need to get back to SMT4, to be honest.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
I feel like I'll probably get back into playing 3DS titles when I ride the bus to work again soon.
Yeah,
Because that was honestly the main way I got through my 3DS backlog, was because I'd play the 3DS on the way to work.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you would say you get back into playing your 3DS library when you're dead.
Ah, yes, wherever I go when I die. Make sure to bury me with my 3DS so that it will go with me.
And the charger.
Ah, shit, yeah. Bury me with the charger, too. It kinda sucks. You forget the charger, you get buried with your 3DS, you just end up wherever you're going, you're just like, fuck. I get 3 hours of gameplay, that's it. No 3DS for you for the rest of eternity.
I could say that, like, I really should get back to SMT 4 Apocalypse, but I really don't care. Not even that it was particularly bad, I just don't care. You know, I'm gonna blame Zillia 2 for that.
Why are you gonna blame Zillia 2 for that?
Because it burnt me out on the whole repeat stuff thing.
That's fair.
Shame, because Zillia 2 is, gameplay-wise, better than Zillia 1. Am I ever going to play it on stream to justify those complaints like I did with Final Fantasy 13? No, probably not.
I know I eventually want to get to Zillia 1 and 2 on stream.
You know what? Maybe invite me as a guest for some of those.
Mayhaps I will. I've played through Zillia 1, but I've only put a few hours into Zillia 2, so it's like I want to go through the first one so I can go through the second one.
No, I know that feeling. That is why I still haven't done FF10-2. But I never played it on PS2, and then like the HD versions came out, and it's like, yeah, no, I'll buy them. Got them on Vita, and it's like, okay, I want to go through FF10 again before I do 10-2, and here we are 8 years later, and I still haven't gone through FF10 again. What's the furthest I even played FF10 in the HD version? I think I started Pilgrimage. Kind of a shame because I do like FF10, but I'm probably not actually going to play it all the way through again. Unless I'm doing it for the stream. Oh. There we go, level up. Look at that magic stat.
It's so low compared to everything else. It's like magic and luck are both just like, nah.
Oh, luck isn't as bad as magic. Like, luck's doing better this time than it did in DDS and DDS2.
Very true.
Though, to be fair, I haven't actually put any points into luck. That just keeps getting extra points on its own. Which didn't happen in DDS.
Also very true.
God damn it. Tetracon. Shit. You know they do it deliberately because I'm a punchy boy. Bastards. Discrimination. You know, I should really just get an ice attack.
You were talking to earlier about how you do not have anyone with ice.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, I've got Fire Breath here. It's like, you know, I could replace that with anything because it's such a low tier attack. Like, I should really just get ice. Throw an ice on myself if I have to. Yeah, no, that's fine. Instant kill the one I'd already been weakened in. Actually, a fair point. While I'm basically just doing whatever with Magatama's, I already finished off this ice. I haven't finished this ice. Go with this one then. Have anything else that imparts ice? Fire. Electrical. Nope. You know what that means, don't you?
Oh dear.
Yep, no, empty room with an elevator in it. Yeah, no, you're gonna get teleported there.
Yep. Look at all these doors.
Closed. 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 Closed.
It's almost like they don't want you here or something.
Yeah, well, maybe we go. I'm here, I'm the demi-fiend, get used to it. Ah, yeah. Oh, fuck. Motherfuckers. God damn it. Pulling succubus. Fucking cheap ass stone bites.
I feel that is definitely a attack that is very lame in like almost any. Oh jeez. Don't. Oh god. You have me nervous now. Okay, no longer nervous. Ooh, you got a bead out of it.
Yeah, but the real issue is some MP restoration on Daisoju.
Because at 0 MP, he can't really do, like, meditation, can he?
No, it costs 10.
That's what I thought.
As useful as Succubus was for that, I'm gonna bring Valk. Closed. 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 And means I'm gonna be teleported in there, so that's gonna be fun.
Oh boy. It's like, have trouble with doors closed all around you? Just teleport inside, no need for keys. Or...
Yep. Go.
oh boy. Yep. I guess it's time to just open all the rooms and see where they would connect.
It's not going to be as simple as never is. There you go. God damn it. Full set of Matamas.
Poof. Of course, one of them had to... Well, I mean, at least that one fled. Still, though, that sucks because, you know, less experience.
Yeah. You know, I forgot Pazuzu has Dark Light. Nothing to take advantage of, like. God damn it. God damn it.
At least you're able to void it right now.
I can't get rid of it.
Oh god.
There we go. Ugh.
Again, proving why Daisoju is in our party.
Rare. Not just the fact that it's the full heal, it's the fact that it removes all status effects. Which, as we've seen in the past, like, status effects can be such a problem when you haven't got any good way of removing them. Saw that bunch in DDS. God fucking damn it.
Like, it's something else that I just had a thought of, because I'm pretty sure we fought Legion earlier in the game, and I feel like this version of Legion is just, like, nastier.
Purple Legion Horizon. Demon.
Ah, yes, the whole, like, it's a different color, so it's a different demon.
Which, You know, to SMC's credit, isn't something they do often. You know, not like Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it always reminds me of there's an edit that somebody did once that is like a dude smacking a crab, and it's like you at level 1, and it's like a dude smacking a purple crab, it's like you at level 80, and then it's like a dude smacking blue crabs with angel wings on them, and it's like you at level 800. And I feel like that's very apt for a lot of JRPGs, Tales included. But you don't really see it that often in SMT. I know you see it in Persona 3 and 4.
That's because Persona 3 and 4 go off different enemy set rather than the standard demons. SMT 5 going back, Persona 5 going back to the standard demons set gives it a lot more variety in its enemies as a result. Yes, there's no trick to that. I did exactly what I expected.
Well, that's good to know.
Just create a question of what now? There's something I want to try though, see how that goes. Fuck was the point of that?
Yeah, you gotta do that whole, like, give yourself 4 half turns move. Okay.
No.
You just asked for that, you're gonna ask for it again?
No, don't you understand, fuckface?
On one hand, like, I kind of wonder, even if you get him to join your party, would he actually even have Beast Eye? I mean, not Beast Eye, Dragon's Eye.
No, Dragon's Eye is not an ability the player's ever given access to in this game. You can get Beast Eye, not Dragon Eye.
See, that's what I thought. It's like, he's using Dragon Eye over here, and even if you get him in the party, it's just like, oh, look, I suddenly don't have it. I wonder where it went.
Why does Valkyrie keep dying?
Because everyone hates Valkyrie, apparently.
Two out of 3, better than I expected. Yeah, suck it, bitch. MP back and then kill her. Really wish Revival Beats brought the character back with more than like 4 HP. That's just kind of insane, so spending healing on them. Anyway. Nope, that accomplished nothing. Why is the music different down? Huh. Interesting. Alright, so one of these has to mean something. I do, but try them all, I guess.
That's always seems to be the answer. Oh, hello.
Quicker than expected.
I know, I was like, oh, gotta try them. Oh, okay then. Really wasn't expecting the first one to be the one that you needed to choose. Negotiations failed.
Alright. I mean, more than anything, it was a negotiation for me not to beat the Shaun. I don't get why these demons don't understand that. I'm not trying to save myself with the talking.
Trying to save them, not you.
Not trying to use them. This is a one-way door. Always love those. So while that did seem pointless, we at least have an idea of the point of this area.
Mm-hmm.
Been down.
Gotta get knocked down, but you get up again. But then you also have to get back down again, I guess. To go down. Oh, hello.
Oh yeah, I forgot one of these had damage floor.
That is annoying.
Yeah, I walked in there
Like
when we were exploring, I was like, oh, there's damage floor here. That doesn't seem to have any purpose.
well, now we know its purpose. It's there just to be annoying while you're jumped down from a floor above.
Give me the hit. Awesome. Oh, that was really good. Steal MP from me, will you?
It's like, well, you see, I can just steal it right back.
Yeah. Boy, MP. Oh, this motherfucker wants to play. I always love seeing my HP creep up in SMT.
It's like, oh, I guess I guess you're gonna join our party then, buddy.
If only more demons would do that. You gotta admit, like, as much as I enjoy demon negotiation, I feel like it's not been great in this game. Right, and this is the last one. There it is. Yay, bead. Always appreciate one of those.
Which makes me think, by the way, the whole thing of like, oh yes, the last one is the one that we need. It's like, well, if it wasn't, like, why would you keep going after you find the one you need?
Exploration's sake. I mean, honestly, I did it in the last temple. Well, they really don't like Daisoju. I mean, to be fair, if there was anybody in the party to target first, it'd be Daisoju.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this guy can steal our HP and MP. We should probably get rid of him. And it's like, nope, we're out.
Deal. So this would be B, which means with the white temple having D in it, there's only one save point in the other temple.
Hmm.
That door's probably the goal. So what's beyond it? Yep, that's a one-way door. Varied lineup. Nice. Kind of thing I like to see when I decide to use Expel. But to actually work.
It's actually surprised that it works.
Mm.
There's some skills that it's like they don't really serve a purpose to be in your collection because they rarely work, I feel. But when they do work, it's like, oh, okay. But I also feel like it's kind of a false positive because it's like, oh yay, it worked this one time, maybe it'll work next time, and then it most likely will not work next time.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that Daisoju already had both Mahamon and Mamudun and didn't really gain anything to replace them with, like, he wouldn't have them now. They're not skills I take by choice. Right, here we go. How bad's this one gonna be?
Oh, hello.
You are unsettling.
Just slightly. Oh god.
Hmm.
That got a lot more unsettling.
Isn't this the fucker that killed us in Cursed Hallway?
Now that you mention it, I think it was a variation of this.
Hmm. If only somebody had Tarot Kaja right now.
Let me mute my mic for a moment while dogs are barking. And also check what they are barking at.
Alright,
I'll be right back.
for this. Hello, it could have been nasty if it actually hit. One more Rakakaja. God damn it. That's a weird thing to do for 5 turns. Also has me concerned that he's building MP up for something, so let's get rid of all that MP he just got. Do it. Of all the characters he hit, I sold you. Yeah, it was definitely the right call. Right, bring Daisoju back. Soju does the full heal. Alright, fair enough. Hmm. The fuck?
I return.
Welcome back. This guy has a nasty attack.
Oh shoot. What is it?
Drops
Oh my god, I
everybody's-
just realized you only have 2 party members.
Yeah, it's not because
Holy
of the nasty attack. He did 3 tempests in a row like a fucking dick. Nasty attack drops everybody's HP down to 1.
Oh shit.
There we go. Him doing the same thing again. Dragon Eye and then 5 turns of mana drain.
Oh.
Which he did last time before doing that really awkward attack. Yep, here it is. Alright. It'd be less awkward if he didn't have another turn after it. He always does it on his first turn. Meditation. Go again.
Christ. I mean, even on like a regular boss, like 5 moves suck. 5 turns. It's like, this is just annoying.
The main thing is, like, without that one attack that drops everybody at 1 hit point, it's not a threat.
I feel it's mainly annoying because of, when you're needing to use certain attacks. It's like, oh, well, I don't have any magic for that.
As long as he doesn't take out Dice Soju when he does that. Off the physical.
Here we go with Dragon's Eye again.
Yep. We'll go get a sandwich.
Out of all the attacks you could do in a row, though, as far as like ones that take the longest, Mana Drain is actually not that like long of an animation.
No. Problem is, it's always followed up with this. I showed you again.
Ooh, that's painful. Holy crap. It's an idea, actually. It's an idea. What do you think you have for taking this guy on?
I'll show you if he does it again.
Okay.
Here we go. Because he always does the 5 turns of Mana Drain and leads into that. And if he did that attack and then did something like Tempest, which randomly hits, could hit everybody, could hit nobody, like that'd be broken and unfair. But he doesn't, he always follows up with an attack.
Oh. Oh. Oof. That could have been really bad.
Yeah, I guess I was just lucky it took him this long to come after me. Of course, this is only a temporary solution because I only have 2 more attack mirrors.
Yeah.
Gotta be close to death by now.
I feel like this design is one that it's like, how can you really tell whenever it's low on HP, you know? Gotta love the counter.
We have 3 characters with counter on them. There we go.
Yes. Finally, that guy's gone.
Two.
Alright, keep it up. I'll just kick back.
My fucking eat.
This isn't Digital Devil Saga. Why are you gonna eat me? That's not how you get experience in this one.
I don't say anything about experience. And let's do some full heals again. This kind of thing is why later SMT games just give you the option to do full heals at the big terminals.
It makes it less tedious than having to go to a completely separate area to get a heal.
Yeah. To its credit though, like, Nocturne doesn't really do loading screens.
You know, that's not something I thought about until now. Like, there are a lot of PS2 games that had loading screens, but Nocturne doesn't really have them.
Like, we compare it to something else where you're having to teleport a bunch to do something you really needed to do. Dark Souls 2, for some reason, had the brilliant idea of you could only level up at one specific place in the game. But you could
Excuse
teleport.
me, what?
Yeah, but you could teleport from bonfires from the start, which was an ability you only got midway through the game in the first game, and you could only do it to certain bonfires. Dark Souls 2 gives you the ability to teleport to any bonfire that you've discovered from the start. So what it essentially becomes is, unlike the first Dark Souls, where you could level up at any bonfire, it became a case of you get to a bonfire with souls, and then you teleport and sit through a loading screen to go to the one place where you can level up, and then teleport back through another loading screen. So they just added 2 loading screens to level ups. And what the fuck was the point? Oh, I should rearrange the pile. Just I like having these guys in the pile. I need something else. Not interesting. Nice. Alright. Move.
Alright, I had to pop my mic off for a second because the dogs are barking. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's fair enough. We'll succubus back in. Yeah, Dark Souls 2 just added basically its big improvement over the first game to leveling up was to add 2 loading screens to the experience every time.
That's annoying.
It was one of the numerous things that Dark Souls 2 did that was fucking dumb.
I have heard a lot of things about Dark Souls 2, that it's the, like, not... It's the least good out of the 3.
It really depends who you ask, because I know some people who do actually really like Dark Souls 2 and hate it. But also, I know that there's a lot of people who hate 3, who do like 3 and consider 2 to be... I've been told since I didn't really enjoy 2, I'll probably enjoy 3. wasn't as bad as I expected, but it's probably a pain in the arse in a group. I should get back to the Souls series at some point, but I'm really in no hurry to after Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, I feel that. Like, as I get older, it's one of those things of, like, I don't want a game to tell me it's going to take me forever to play it just because it's annoyingly hard. I want to be able to get through games because I only have so much free time.
It's not even about it being difficult. Like, difficulty isn't necessarily a bad thing, it's all about how it's presented. For example, Nocturne. It's just... I just didn't enjoy Dark Souls 2. And I'm not convinced I'll be enjoying a bunch more of them. I feel ideal. Yeah. A successful negotiation in probably like dreams or something.
Yet you get another fire dude on the team. Still no ice buddies.
Still working on it, but the next skill we're gonna get is Void Ice. So that's World of Shadows.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, it's a good thing we have float balls, because fuck this.
Layout's the same and you seek them. Explains what that was about.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hate dungeon. No, you are not worth that. Well, that was better. Double recruitment.
Recruitment's always good.
It's not going to make up for this dungeon.
No, it's not.
Okay, so Shadow's literally the problem. Also makes the question of the fuck's that light for? There's going to be points where we'll have to step into Shadows. Feel it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing you can't use a light ball to get around that.
Uh, I already have a Yaxini.
I think you've had a Yaxini in the past.
Yeah. This ain't gonna be. One way.
Oh no.
Because that's our new sponsor for today, Teak.
I wonder if it's because I mentioned the DNA thing earlier.
No, if it'll either be a generic ad or it'll be a targeted Teak ad based on like whatever he's been doing.
Floor Master gotcha yet again.
How you doing, Teak? And this doesn't work in the world of shadows. Of course it does. Yeah, let me get all of this man down here. I feel that.
I also get that.
Oh, it's some bullshit. Okay.
It's like now everyone's just trying to kill Daisoji. That's mean.
That's pretty good, too. That down. These are all pointless and lead to the same place, which is... This feels like a really time-wasting game. Definitely feel that.
I mean, if you can find a way to drink underwater, then
Well, yeah, you just drink the water that you're under. You have to be careful not to breathe it.
or you could just grow gills.
Yeah, it is actually a pretty useful skill, and I'm glad I gave it to Succubus. It's a shame that Succubus doesn't really have anything we can get to make use of MP with. Alright, so what is on the right side? Presumably the goal is to get here. You have to
That's
figure
what I
out
was thinking.
which of these 5 doors doesn't have a shadow that blocks it. We can't see from the world of shadows. Cool. Why are all these demons so cheap? Really, Pazuzu? Wait. And there's also light over here. It's weird
so
that the
there's a-
map doesn't actually mark those.
We have lights on the left and right, at least, though.
Hmm. So let's go through the world of shadows, see what's behind this. God damn it. Damn. So, chest. My door to those. Go back. That covers this entire floor.
So the question is, what is in these areas that is not in the world of Shadow?
I don't think anything.
Hmm.
The main thing to figure out is which of the 5 doors will take us to the elevator. That's really it. Not complicated, but it can. Don't get it right. Play this will be a very time-consuming process. Really not in the mood for your shit, ladies. Really not in the mood for your shit, Pazuzu.
I feel like Pazuzu is just like, look, I want to cause all the trouble, okay?
If the first party member we've had like that.
Gotta remind Pazuzu that, like, if he doesn't change his ways, he might end up as a fusion fodder.
So far, the only thing Pazuzu's really got going for him is he's not insignificant stat spread.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that he has a higher magic stat than strength stat is kind of irritating because he has absolutely nothing to make use of it.
Very valid point.
Mhm.
I think, like, most of the things that he could use with his magic stat are things that are just, like, it doesn't work for him, or we have another party member that already deals with that.
Okay, not two. Right there. Not even the one I wanted to die for that. Oh, that's one.
Tetrakarn's annoying.
Yep. Even if I wasn't focusing purely on physical. Keep casting it, at some point it's gonna fucking hit us.
I know, that's what keeps worrying me. Like, Mudo, Mudon, whatever. Cool. I just don't like the Mudo skills in general.
Go number 3. Okay.
Maybe this will be our lucky door this time.
A weird set of enemies to turn up now. Like, particularly weird because we've been here for a while. So only 2 more.
Well, you got 60% of the doors figured out. maybe door number 4 will be our lucky door.
Hopefully, you wouldn't expect it to be the fifth one.
I also feel like it'd be kind of ironic if 4 is the one that you need.
Because 4 in Japanese is pronounced similarly to death.
Yep.
The joke they've been doing in Castlevania for a while. Death with 4,444 HP.
Ah. I appreciate when games have, like, little in-jokes like that, I guess. Because I know another game like that is the original Tui. Because Sho, who is obsessed with pi, his HP is the first 4 digits of pi, I believe. And then, like, the second time you have to fight him, his HP that time is the next 4 digits of pi.
Been a long time.
I know there was actually something I saw recently with Tui because of the anime. In the game, when Sho like recites off the numbers of pi for a specific scene, in the anime they actually changed it up to him recanting a magical spell. But if you broke down each word was the exact number of pi for that part in the lineup. I thought it was pretty clever that they managed to line it up like that.
Yeah. I haven't played Wilderness with you since days ago.
The last time I did a full playthrough of The World Ends With You, I think was in... I think it might have been in 2013.
Mine was the year it came.
Yeah, I bought Tui the day that it came out, and I played the hell out of that. And then a few years after it, I was telling friends about it, but they couldn't find a copy of the game, so I was just like, okay, well, I can hook my computer up to your TV, and I can emulate it. That way you can watch me play it, I guess. That's how I got the idea that for DS games that require the use of the stylus, if you're going to emulate it, a good way to go is to get a drawing tablet and use that for your touch-based input.
There we go.
Alrighty.
And now for more of it.
Oh, well, at least there's a terminal. That's helpful.
Yep. Had to be on the second floor since they've all only demonstrated 3 floors.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna call it here.
Gonna go ahead and just stop here.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood to continue with this kind of shadow bullshit.
That's completely fair. Because this is some, like, massive floor master bullshit.
Yeah. We're doing some good progress, though. It's, 2 and probably more than a half of these.
Yeah, probably about like 2 and
Two-thirds.
2/3.
Yeah.
2 and 2/3 of these little mini dungeons.
Yeah.
I was going to point out that it's interesting how much time has passed since your first save file.
It actually
It's
brings
like
up
how long?
a point I wanted to make. Like, SMT Nocturne early on with Matador demonstrating the importance of buffs and debuffs, which also got us through Thor and Dante really smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, we've had so many bosses that have just ignored all of that. So many of the buffs and debuffs I do now are mostly half-assed. It's like, so Daisoju has Warcry and Fog Breath, so I'll always go apply those on bosses. I have Fog Breath as well. And then so many bosses just have Dekunda.
They're like, oh, you're trying to do this? That's nice.
And then a few of them also end up having the capture, which is just even worse. Buffs might come back into play later on, but we'll see. Yeah, that's going to do it for us for today. I want to thank everybody who joined the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Teak Titanium, thank you for joining us today for the Nocturne stream. No deaths today.
Yeah, that's actually kind of surprised we didn't die. You came close with that one fight. But that was mainly because, like, if you didn't have an attack mirror on for that one move, that would have been pretty bad.
Yeah. That's going to be something to deal with at some point. Tetrakan is not a move that comes by readily. Even then, Makarakan's usually way more useful. Anyway, we're back next week, 8 PM British Summertime BST, which is 3 PM Eastern Summertime. Eastern Daylight
Eastern
Time?
Daylight Time.
Eastern Daylight Time. If you're on ChanceEm's time or in America and you want to try and figure out what that time is for you. And we also have a super big special thank you for ChanceEm for joining us for today's Nocturne session again.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Cool stuff. Cool stuff. There we are, slowly making progress through this. And you know what we've not seen for a while that we're going to have to get back with?
Ooh. You're completely right about that. How many of the candelabra do we have so far? Is it 3 or 4?
Matador, Soju, Hellbiker. I don't think we took anyone else on.
Hey, double checking my voice list. No, we've only done 3.
I think the Riders are next, the 4 Riders.
That's what I was thinking. The 4 riders are gonna be next.
White Rider, I think, will be the first of them. 4 Riders, Trumpeter, Mother Harlot, and I think the final Fiend. Yeah, that'll be something to get to. I know where White Riders going to appear. I just forget when. But that's something for the future. Yeah, more Nocturne next week as we continue dealing with Chance's bullshit. Bastard.
It's like, oh, I'm just chilling in my upside down pyramid, you know, having you do all the hard work for me.
Yeah. Remember when he was complaining about me doing everything for him?
Well, maybe he tried to like beef up a little bit. You know, he kind of got imprisoned a few times. I suppose I got imprisoned a few times.
Ugh.
You okay, Chrono?
Yeah, no, it's just more to deal with next time. Yeah, we'll finish the Amala Temple. Once we're done with that and back to a big terminal, we should go back to the second Kalpa and redo it. Get that done. We need to do
Yeah.
those before we head for Endgame anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's been at least 20 levels since we did the second Kalpa the first time. So, I'm hoping the Cursed Hallway isn't as big a deal anymore.
It's definitely been a few streams, I know.
The important thing to note is that the Cursed Hallway is actually completely unnecessary. Don't need to do it to finish the second Kalpa. We'd finished the second Kalpa, we just hadn't saved.
Mm-hmm.
So that's more for next time. In the meantime, definitely be sure to give ChanceEm a check out. Cool dude, streaming games.
I appreciate that.
Are you playing Breath of the Wild?
Last night,
Okay.
I died in a lot of really stupid ways. I found Impa, and she asked me if I was willing to risk my life to hear what she had to say, and I said no, and proceeded to go to a completely different region.
That's like the only real interest I get out of Breath of the Wild anymore, just wandering.
Yeah,
Even then, like, there's not much there.
I mainly decided to play Breath of the Wild because I got home yesterday and there were a ton of fireflies in my yard. And I remembered Meg had actually never seen a firefly before. So I had to call her up and do a video call with her and be like, fireflies are real, I promise. And after that, it reminded me about how the next area I was supposed to go was in Kakariko in Breath of the Wild. And I was like, oh wait, fireflies are in Kakariko. So I was like, I'm going to play Breath of the Wild.
No, the connections we make.
That is the example of my brain processes.
Anyway, definitely give ChanceEm a check out. He's a cool dude, streams cool stuff. Nocturne back with more ChanceEm next week, 8 PM British Summer Time, 3 PM Eastern Daylight. Anything you want to mention, plug, say before we go, ChanceEm?
I was going to say, not really. I can't remember if I'm doing Kingdom Hearts with Meg this week. I think I am. I know she has her own stuff that she's doing, but sometimes do Kingdom Hearts with Meg on Wednesdays or Thursdays, sometimes Saturdays. When do I stream? Do I have a schedule? So I had a schedule. Life has been weird, so my schedule is kind of sporadic at the moment. I'm in the process of like job interviews at the moment, so I'm also trying to figure out how to work a schedule around with that too.
Fair enough.
But so unfortunately my schedule is more so sporadic at the moment. Normally either a morning or night stream, or more so night is when you'll catch me.
Night, ChanceEm.
You gonna sing me an opening for my streams, Chrono? Oh, lame. Make you have a point redemption, give you a singing stream.
Yeah. I don't think I put that one back on, did I? No. Like ages ago, we did actually have the redemption, like sing a song, and then Lino redeemed the song that I just didn't fucking know. It just wasn't.
You're like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, like I think it was like the one time it was redeemed, it was a song I didn't even know.
You got anything else to add, Chrono?
I want to come back and finish Doom at some point. Work my way through that. We just got to Hell. Maybe a quarter of the way through the game now. Things really start picking up after you get to Hell. More of the enemy roster's introduced and got more of the weapons and stuff. And once that's done, the main game I want to be streaming is actually Chrono Trigger. I'll actually get that started.
I'm gonna be excited to see you do Chrono Trigger.
Main issue is actually picking a time for it because I'm really busy, like really preoccupied during the week.
Yeah, I feel that lately.
It's not even work, so it's personal stuff that I am not willing to sacrifice.
Very understandable. As you always tell me, there's no stream without you, and life always comes first.
Anyway, that is pretty much it for us today. Back next Sunday, 8 PM British Summertime, 3 PM Eastern Daylight Time, with more Nocturne as we continue through the Amala Temple, and then hopefully take on the second Calper again and redo that. So doing the second Calper again should be pretty chill because we already did it, and probably not paying too much attention.
Yeah, that was a pretty chill stream when we were going through it until, you know, you died.
Is that the one with the maze of invisible walls?
Yes. Which is fun, because I saw a friend play through that sometime recently, and Rido is just chilling. Like, if you choose to play with him instead of Dante, he's just chilling in there. So it's interesting that they appear in different locations. It's not just like an easy swap-in of them.
I wouldn't mind coming back to Nocturne at some point. After finishing it, maybe doing Rido. And I guess if I did, I would use the HD version just for the quality of life of Fusion. Skill inheritance. But that'll be in the future when the price drops to something that isn't completely fucking ridiculous for a really shoddy port.
Well, it recently dropped to 40 USD on my side of the world.
Yeah, it's still not price I consider worth it for what it is.
Considering that if you want the complete version of it, you still have to shell out $10 to $15 for DLC.
Yep. And it's like, you know what? I've got both versions on PS2, Rido and Dante. Anyway, that is pretty much it for us. So once again, I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everyone in chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. And of course, a big special thank you to ChanceEm for joining me on the mic and keeping me company for Nocturne stream.
Thank you so much once again for having me. I very much appreciate it.
Good. So with that, really anything else to say except thank you all for watching and have yourselves a fantastic time of day and take care. Catch you next time, guys.
See ya.
Bye.